Thank you, and I'm grateful to Senator Britt for bringing that up. It's probably one of the bill's bipartisan commitments if we're going to fulfill our duties as of the Constitution to give oversight. It's really important that we get timely responses, and I'm grateful for that. I want to jump back right in where we were talking in last is just about the crack and powder cocaine disparities that we discussed in my office. It's something that this committee in a bipartisan way have done a lot on. We discussed about the 18-to-1 sentencing disparity, which came down from 100-to-1. I've been working in good faith with people like Senator Grassley on trying to just get justice with that, move it as much towards 1-to-1 as possible. We know that actually in Florida, your home state, as well as 43 other states, it's
1-to-1.
It's 1-to-1. Thank you for making my question quicker. Will you commit to continuing the DOJ 2002 policy of just enforcing it as if it was 1-to-1?
Yeah, and I will look at that policy if I am confirmed as Attorney General. I had no idea it was 18-to-1. That I will look at that policy if confirmed and report back to you right away. It sounds like if I'm confirmed, I have a lot of reporting backs to do right away.
Thank you.
But I will, Senator.
Am I overly stating the fact that reading from your expression that you seem to think that 18-to-1, especially given what's going on in Florida, seems unreasonable?
I was unaware that that was happening and why you would want it to be 1-to-1.
Right. I know your sincere and heartfelt beliefs on abortion in general, and I respect that and our differences on it. But when it comes to medication abortion, over 2 decades ago, the Food and Drug Administration approved the medication abortion pill mifepristone as safe and effective. Decades of research continue to confirm the drug's safety. However, access to mifepristone was threatened by several lawsuits that second-guess the FDA's expert judgment about the drug. The Department of Justice has vigorously defended the FDA's judgment about the safetiness and effectiveness, and I guess a lot of people are concerned about reversing a policy that could deeply affect people's access to mifepristone. I'm wondering if you would commit to continuing the U.S. Department of Justice's efforts to defend the FDA's judgment in lawsuits against mifepristone.
And I was not aware of that, Senator, until we spoke. And I think I told you I will look at that policy. I was not aware of the policy. I will look at that policy. I am personally pro-life. I have always been pro-life. But I will look at that policy. I will not let my personal beliefs affect how I carry out the law.
I wish I had more than 90 seconds to talk to you about an issue, but you've been so willing to talk to me about it. But the First Step Act implementation is, in my opinion, in a dire state. We had a bipartisan bill with 87 senators voting for it, 88 if Lindsey Graham was not off fighting the world's fight. I would like to make sure that you work with us to have implementation done. One of the reasons why it's so poorly implemented is because of the disastrous realities in the Bureau of Prisons. We've had bipartisan hearings here about the egregious stuff. The hearing was so disturbing that one of my colleagues on the other side came over and said, whatever I can do, let's work together. It is understaffed, and therefore a lot of the people that are supposed to be implementing the programs that would help for people to earn time credit to get out, the education programs that are proven to reduce recidivism, can't be done because the Bureau of Prisons is a disaster in terms of staffing and funding. People leave their federal correctional officers' jobs to go to state because they can make significantly more money. Is this a cause?
Morale is horrible.
Yes, morale is horrible. Do you feel a sense of urgency like I do to focus on the Bureau of Prisons, to deal with the staffing issues and help for the full implementation of the First Step Act?
Yes, Senator, and yes, and I spoke about that, I think, when you were in another committee hearing, but yes, I will, of course.
Thank you for the latitude, Mr. Chairman.
For a question for both the nominee and you, Senator Booker. You were talking about this 1-to-1 equation. If your implication to her was that it could be done through her actions, then it seems we've been wasting our time trying to find a compromise between you and me on that subject for legislation.
I didn't prepare for this hearing, sir. I didn't know I'd be asked questions. I look forward to working with you. I do believe that it should be done judicially as well as with prosecutorial discretion. Okay. It should be done legislatively as well as prosecutorial discretion. Thank you, sir.